Day, while the devotees are joining, we are going to read chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita entitled Knowledge of the Absolute. And we are going to do chant, which is called chapter a day. So in this Kartik month, we have been asked by senior Vaishnavas to do chapter 7 entitled Knowledge of the Absolute. So we're going to do chant, the Sanskrit verses of this beautiful chapter, chapter 7. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Mayasaktamanah Partha Yogam Yunjanmadashraya Asanshayam Samagram Mam Yatha Gyasasi Tachrinu Jnanam Teham Savijnanam Nidam Bhakshyami Ashishata Sagyatva Neha Bhunyo Gyatavyam Avashishyate Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha bhumirapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhireva cha ahankara iti amme bhinna prakritirashtadha apareyam nitastavnyam prakritim vidhi me param Jiva bhuto mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat etad yonini bhutani sarvani iti upadharaya aham Kṛṣṇasya jagata prabhava pralayasthatha matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva rasoham apsu kaunteya shito rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sashishuryo pranava sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurusham drishu punyo gandha prithviyam cha tejas chasmi vibhavasau Jivanam sarvabhuteshu tapaschasmi tapasvishu bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham balam balavatam chaham kamaraga vivarjitam dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसस्तामसश्च ये मत्त एवेति तान् विधीनातवहं तेषु ते मयि त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावे एभिः सर्वम् इदं जगत् मोहितां नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमव्ययम् दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव्ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते नामां दुष्कृतिनो मूढा प्रपद्यन्ते नराधमा मायया पृतः ज्ञान आसुरं भावमाश्रिता चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जना सुकृतिनो अर्जुन आर्थजिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानेर्च भरतर्षभ तेषां ज्ञानि नित्ययुक्ता एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनो अत्यर्थम् अहं स च मां प्रिय उदार सर्व एवैति ज्ञानी आत्मैव ज्ञानी तवात्मैव मे मतः ज्ञानी तव आत्मैव मे मतम् आस्थितः सा हि युक्तात्मा मामिवानुत्तमं गतिम् बहुनां जन्मनामान्ते ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते वासुदेव सर्वम् इति स महात्मा सुदुर्लभ कामैस्ते हृतज्ञान प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवता तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियतः स्वया यो यां यां तनुं भक्तः श्रद्धयार्चितुमिच्छति तस्याचलं श्रद्धां तामेव विदधाम्यहं स तया श्रद्धया tasyaradhanamihate labhate cha tatah kaman mayeva vihitan hitan antavantu phalam tesham tadbhavati alpamedasam devan devo yajo yanti madbhakta yanti mamapi avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyate mama buddhaya param bhavam ajananto mam mamavyayam anuttamam naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavrita muro yamna bijanati loko mamajamavyayam vedaham samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana ichha dvesha samuttena dvandamohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham saryayanti parantapa isham tav antagata papam jananam punya karmana te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam dridhavrata jaramaran mokshaya mamashritya yatanti ye te brahma tadviduh krishnam adhyatmam karma chakhilam Sadi bhutadi daivam mam sadi yagyam cha ye vidu prayana kalepi cha mam te vidur yukta chetasa Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. That was chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita. Those who like can try to recite every day. It's very good. Now we will start reading the new chapter in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, chapter 28, entitled Kṛṣṇa Rescues Nanda Maharaj from the Abode of Varuna. Thank you so much, Baladev Prabhu, Subala Prabhu, Sarma Mataji, Bhaswati Mataji, and Girish Prabhu for your kind association in this most holy Kartik Damodar Mass. So, this is a very nice, beautiful, short chapter, 17 verses. Let's begin this wonderful chapter with the summary first. If anyone would like to read the summary, and then we'll go verse by verse.
I can read, Prabhuji. Yes. Devotees, Dhanavad Pranam, all gracious Śrīla Prabhupada. Chapter 28. Kṛṣṇa rescues Nanda Maharaj from the abode of Varuna. This chapter describes how Lord Kṛṣṇa brought Nanda Maharaj back from the abode of Varuna and how the cowherd men saw Vaikuntha. The king of the cowherds, Nanda Maharaj, observed the prescribed fast on the 11th day of the lunar month and then considered how to break his fast properly on the 12th day. By circumstance, only a few more minutes remained, and so he decided to take his bath at the very end of the night, although astrologically that was an inauspicious time. Thus, he entered the water of the Jamuna. A servant of Varuna, the demigod of the ocean, noticed Nanda Maharaj entering the water at a time forbidden by scripture and took him away to the demigod's abode. In the early morning, the cowherdmen unsuccessfully searched for Nanda, but Lord Kṛṣṇa immediately understood the situation and went to see Varuna. Varuna worshipped Kṛṣṇa with great and variegated festivity. Afterwards, he begged the Lord to forgive his servant for having foolishly arrested the king of the cowherds. Nanda was amazed to see the influence of Sri Kṛṣṇa exerted in the court of Varundeva. And after returning home, he described his experience to his friends and relatives. They all thought Kṛṣṇa must be the Supreme Personal Godhead himself and wanted to see his supreme abode. Thereupon, the omniscient Person of Godhead arranged for them to to bathe in the same lake where Okura would have his vision of the absolute truth. There the Lord revealed to them Brahmaloka, which is realized by great sages in the mystic trance. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hey Krishna. Thank you so much for this beautiful reading of this nice summary. Now Indra's chapter is over, or Govardhan Lila is over. And then now we are going to see how once Varuna kidnapped, that's the title of the chapter, right? Actually, yeah. Basically, Varuna kidnapped Nanda Maharaj, right? And Kṛṣṇa is rescuing from the abode of Varuna. So first Indra, then here we see Varuna. They all know that Kṛṣṇa is God, but sometimes they forget, but again they are reminded. So there is a very, very beautiful verse towards the end of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and we can read it. Canto 12, chapter 13, text number 1. Sutta uvacha yam brahma varunindra rudra maruta stunvanti divyestave veda sangapada krama upanishade gayanti yam samaga dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yogino yasyantam na vidu surasura gana devaya tasmai namaha. This comes in the Upanishads also, I believe. Sutta Goswami said, translation, Sutta Goswami said, upon that personality whom Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra, and the Maruthas praise by chanting transcendental hymns. So see, everyone is coming here. All the key positions, right? Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra, etc. They're all glorifying or praising Kṛṣṇa, that personality, referring to the Kṛṣṇa, and reciting the Vedas with all their corollaries and pada, kramas, and Upanishads, to whom the chanters of the Samaveda always sing, whom the perfected yogis see within their mind. They are fixing upon the Supreme Lord. Their meditation is Supreme Lord. After fixing themselves in trance and absorbing themselves within Him, and whose limit can never be found by any demigod or demon. And to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa, I offer my humble obeisance. So it's a nice verse to remember and to quote when sometimes people say, oh, who is Supreme? So Sutta Goswami is saying, Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, they are singing Divyastave. They are chanting, they're glorifying with transcendental prayers. Dhyana avasthita tad gatena manasa. The yogis are meditating upon Him, directly or indirectly. Yasyatmana na vidu sura, and sura asura guna, they cannot easily know, right? It's not easy to understand Kṛṣṇa. Who can understand the limits of the Supreme Lord, right? Devaya tasmai namaha. To that Supreme Lord, I offer my humble obeisance. So with that as our prayer, let us go into this beautiful chapter, verse by verse, text number 1. Would someone like to read it? Anyone wants to read? Subala Prabhu, you want to read? Yeah, Vaswati Mataji wants to read. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, devotees, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Sri Badarayane Uvacha Ekadashyam Niraharaha Sama Vayarchya Janardanam Snatum Nandastu Kalindyam Dwadasyam Jalam Avishat. Translation by the disciple of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Badarayani said, having worshipped Lord Janardana and fasted on the Ekadashi day, Nanda Maharaja entered the water of the Kalindi on the Dwadoshi to take his bath. Back to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it's basically setting the scene. Ekadasyam Niraharaha. Nirahara means ahar, no ahar, or fasting, right? Ahar means food. So Ekadashi means to, and here we see that even Nanda Maharaj was also fasting. We know the story of Amrish Maharaj, he was also fasting, right? The next day, the Rasamuni episode happened on the Dwadashi day, they were breaking the Ekadashi fast. So it's not that, these protocols or these spiritual principles, this is not something Prabhupada made, or this is all coming from the parampara, from our scriptures, from the great acharyas. So even here we see that Nanda Maharaj was fasting Ekadashi. And what was he doing? He was not eating nice pizzas and pastas and rasagollas and whatever, paneer, sabji and whatnot. He was doing nirahara, and that should be the mood of devotees. So again, it is of multiple types. If one can do it without water, great. If not, take some water or some liquid, some juice. If that's also not feasible, take some very light fruits or some light, maybe nuts or something, right? The main goal is to think less of the body and more of for Kṛṣṇa. That is the main goal of Ekadashi, Upavas. Do nirahara. Nirahara, less ahar for the body, but more ahar for the spirit soul. And what is the ahar for spirit soul? Shravanadi jal. The bhakti lata bij grows. Plants also need manures, proper care, proper water. So what's the manure, what's the care, what's the water for the bhakti lata bij? It's the Shravanadi jal. Hearing, chanting, kirtan, spiritual services. So we should do more ahar for our true self and less ahar for the body, based on time, place, situation. The Ekadashi following is very, very important. It can be, we all know the glories of Ekadashi, and all of you are sincerely following to the best possible extent. And some archana, right? So he was worshipping Lord Janardana. Lord Kṛṣṇa. It's another name of Lord Kṛṣṇa is Janardana. Anyone knows why Kṛṣṇa is called Janardana?
Who does the welfare of the living entity? That is Janardana. He does the welfare of the living entity. He take care of the living beings. all the in this world. That's why.
Protector of all the living things.
Protector, one who takes care. I'm thinking, is Prabhupada mentioned this word in the Bhagavad Gita? Anyone recalls?
Four types of people who reach God, right? Which are the I mean, for some, yeah, out of which one is Artha, Janartha, Janardhan. Just thinking.
That is a different. That is Artha. Artha means wealth.
Artha, a disease, right?
Is that Artha, Arthati, Gani, and Jigashu?
Yeah,
that's the fourth type.
Right, but there is no Janardana there. That's Janardana. I found this verse. This beautiful verse in Bhagavad Gita, Canto, chapter 11, text 51. Janardana here, Prabhupada is quoting as chastiser of enemies. So, Ari from this word. So it could mean one who gives protection to people. It could also mean one who chastises enemies. And Kṛṣṇa, we all know, is the one who is the chastiser or parantapa dushta damana. So that is the meaning. Sometimes we read words, we should know that what does Janardana mean. So here, Nanda Maharaj was worshipping Supreme Lord Narayana, Kṛṣṇa. Of course, he was not worshipping Kṛṣṇa as God. He was worshipping Kṛṣṇa as his child and caring for him, but he was worshipping Narayana or Janardana. They're the different names of the same personality, the Supreme Lord. So Janardana basically here means chastiser of enemies, also protector of people. One word could have multiple meanings. What Shilpa Mataji was quoting is in chapter 7, Chaturvidha Pachanti Mam Jana Sukritino Arjuna. The word Jana is coming, and so I think Mataji was trying to connect it. But good connection.
Just trying to make it.
Thank you. So, Ekadashi means less ahar for the body, but more bhakti. Sambhyarchaya Janardana. And then what he did? So the day passed, right? So looks like, in the previous day, we know that sometimes they would, on days of Ekadashi, they would not take sleep. They would not sleep on the days of Ekadashi. Now, I'm not, 100% sure what happened, if they slept or not, or even if they slept, it was very little. But Nanda Maharaj entered Yamuna. She's also called Nityaṁ. She's also called Nityaṁ. Why? Why is she called Nityaṁ? Anyone knows? Well,
Other name Kali something Puja, I forgot. According to his father, is Kalindi and the brother.
Father is Yamraj.
No, Jamaraj.
Father, I think the Kalindi is coming from the dark complexion. Kalindi, Yamuna Jaya Jaya. The dark Yamuna is dark complexion. Kalindi. Like Kṛṣṇa is called Shama, right? From the so it's another name of the sacred river Yamuna, and she's also called Kalindi. Because Yamaraj is also called Yama, right? Yamaraj, so Yamuna, Yamadev, right? And Yamaraj is also called Kala, right? So Kalindi also. And she's also dark complexion. That's another reason. So Nanda Maharaj entered the water of Kalindi on the day of Dwadashi. On the day of Dwadashi to take bath. So far, that's the scene. Because the Ekadashi day is almost over, and the Dwadashi day has begun, and Nanda Maharaj has fasted, and he is going to take bath. Let's see what happens. Text 2. Anyone wants to read?
Which the Bhadrayani is the Shukadeva Goswami? See, Bhadrayani said.
Yes, this Bhadrayan refers to Shukadeva Goswami, correct. It's because of his connection with his father. Vyasadeva. I think Amrinder Prabhu in one of his classes explained more in depth. It's because of primarily, it is, in short, it's because of connection with Vyasadeva. Does that help?
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, one question is that about confusion or curious. Like even we see that, like Sanatana Goswami did not go for the alms, and he was fasting. Krishna as a boy came, dropped the milk, and left away. Right. So even Krishna is hard to right away to recognize by the great devotees, not only by the arrogant Indra, or here we see that born them.
So what's the question?
So,
is it a comment or a question?
Actually, I was thinking that, like, even now, my question is that, Prabhuji, or confusion is that even the great devotees who are the eternal associates, in the past times we see that they couldn't recognize right away. And after drinking the milk, it looks like a nectarian, then realizes that Krishna only came and gave the milk. So when Brahma and Indra do the mistakes, and they couldn't recognize Krishna, so it can happen also. Rather than having their offense, it's a mistake.
See, our Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara is the mode of separation. Krishna reciprocates according to the mood of the devotee. Lord Chaitanya, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, everyone, their mood is separation. Right? So that feeling is more, actually even a higher, right, than the union. Therefore, Krishna reciprocates with them in that fashion. When Krishna appeared to Dhruva Maharaj, he could immediately recognize. When Krishna appeared to Prahlad Maharaj, he could immediately recognize. So we see that also, right? And we see multiple other cases, multiple other examples. Kunti Maharani recognized. So many recognize also. It's not that. Bhishmadev recognized, Dronacharya recognized. that he is, So it depends. Krishna reciprocates, and could Krishna not give them the knowledge before that I am Krishna? Certainly he could. But again, their mood is different. Their mood is viraha. So, yeah, we are not saying that that to not recognize a great personality, sometimes we may not recognize, right? It's not an offense, but as soon as we get to know, then we should, then at least we can do something about it. But the problem of Indra was not that he did not recognize Krishna. The bigger problem was that he forgot his real position, thinking I am the real master, I am the real doer. That was the bigger problem, which made him even forget Krishna. Because when one is too obsessed with one's own self, one cannot see greatness in others. And one cannot see the greatness of the one who gave all the greatness to him. That was the bigger issue with Indra's situation. And the same thing happened when he was busy with the other, in Canto 6, when this Vritrasura pastime comes. Over there also he failed to offer respects to his guru, Brihaspati. Busy with intoxication, busy with dancing and somaras and this and that. So that pride made him forget his true position. That is what is discouraged here, primarily. So Krishna comes, 2 points here. Krishna comes according to the mood of there are many devotees because that longing, oh, I miss Krishna, oh Krishna, and then cherishing that oh, Krishna gave this patra, every day he would take some particles, oh, this is touch for the Supreme Lord. That is our Gaudiya Vaishnava mood of Vipra Lamba. Rather than think, oh, I am with Krishna, I love Krishna, I always talk to Krishna, Krishna is, always in my pocket, right? That is not our Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara mood. Lord Chaitanya himself was always crying in the ecstasy of remembering Krishna. Bhakti Vinod Thakur saying, when will that day come? When will that day come when I will be able to serve Krishna? He's already serving Krishna, is it not? He's talking to Krishna. Prabhupada, when will I day come that one of my devotee will go back home, back to God, and on his credit, I may also be able to go. This is their mood, not thinking, oh, I am already with Krishna. I am already such a great soul. So these are some thoughts again.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nicely explained.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your thoughtful comments. Yes. Where did we? Okay, I think text 2 we were reading, right? Anyone wants to read?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Maharaj.
Tam grahitva nayadvityo varunasya suro ankitam avagyaya surindrinam pravishtam mudakam nishi. Because Nanda Maharaj entered the water in the dark of night, disregarding that the time was inauspicious, the demoniac servant of Varuna seized him and brought him to his master. Purport. Nanda Maharaj was intent on breaking his fast during the Dwadashi day, of which there remained only a few minutes. Thus he entered the water to bathe at an inauspicious time before the first dawn light. The servant of Varuna who arrested Nanda Maharaj is stated here to be an asura or demon for obvious reasons. First, the servant was foolishly ignorant of Nanda Maharaj's position as the pastime father of the supreme absolute truth. Also, Nanda Maharaj's intention was to carry out the injunction of scripture. Therefore, Varuna's servant should not have arrested Nanda on the technical grounds that he bathed in the Yamuna at an inauspicious time. Later in this chapter, Varuna himself will say, Ajanata Mamakena Murhena. This was done by my ignorant servant, who is a fool. This foolish servant did not understand the position of Kṛṣṇa or Nanda Maharaj or devotional service to the Lord. In conclusion, it is clear that Lord Kṛṣṇa wanted to give his personal audience to Varuna and simultaneously accomplish other didactic purposes. Thus, this wonderful pastime will now unfold.
Thank you so much, Dharma Mataji, for reading this verse. I think Krishna has his own beautiful way. Like any question we have is answered in the next verse. So here we see, multiple points. One thing is that, everything has some protocols. Like bathing in the river also has some protocols. For example, recently means at the beginning of the year when we went to Haridwar to take bath in the Mother Ganges, at the time of Ganga Aarti or Yamuna Aarti, no one should be bathing in the water, which happens every morning and every evening. You can take bath before it, you can take bath after it. But if you take bath during, it's very inappropriate actually. And no one does, because everyone is taking a bath before and come out on the bank and sit and perform Aarti. That's the etiquette. So there is etiquette, right? Niyama. Niyam agra, niyam agraha. Right? This is very important. So there is etiquette, right? That one should not go in the holy water without clothes, right? Like Nalkuvir Manigriva, Damodar Leela going on, right? One should not go at inappropriate times and stuff. Because Varuna means water, Jaladevta, right? Water department. Indradev is rainfall. So, but at the same time, what is the purpose of all rules and regulations? It's not that Nanda Maharaj was going into the water for some water sports, right? Or enjoying with women like how Nalkuvir and Manigriva were doing, right? His only mood was devotional service. His only mood was to get ready for the next day, to break the fast. And he was not, maybe, I don't know the exact time, but he was maybe like around 2 a.m. or 2:30-ish, right? It was much before the Brahma Muhurta. Again, I don't know the parent time and the exact timings, but from the readings and what I have heard, maybe around 2-3 a.m. Very early morning. And a few minutes as we read. Let me share the screen so we can all read together as well. So Varun Dev, servant, the Lord of the Sea, who was actually a demon, because only a demon would do such kind of thing. Avagya Asurim Velam, Asuri Vela, inauspicious time. Pravishtam Udakam, Udaka is water. Nishi, during the night. So the day was over, but still it was not, sunlight was not there, so it was dark. right? So as I said, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. is still quite dark. And for most people, it's considered night only, right? But great souls, we don't know, sometimes they get up really early. Many great souls, they get up really early. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., start chanting their japa before Mangalarti. All glories to those souls. And maybe one day we can also follow in their footsteps, or I can follow. You may already be doing. So the demoniac servant, why the demoniac servant? Because they didn't know, right? This is the Supreme Lord's Father, and his intent, right? Niyamagraha. His intent is not some selfish agenda, right? So how here we see Nanda Maharaj is misunderstood. His intent to breaking his fast, and it was only a few minutes. Oh my God, right? Is that the punishment? His intent is selfless, and it's just a matter of few minutes. Like if someone gets late for a program by a few minutes, or comes early for a few minutes, or gets late, or due to whatever reason, it's not taken that seriously, and especially when the intent is good, correct? Especially when the intent is good, intent is selfless here. It's not for some selfish, that, as I said, not some selfish agendas. Therefore, the demoniac servant who was not aware of Nanda Maharaj before the first dawn light. So I think we can understand from this that the time must be around 3 a.m., 3:30-ish. That's the external reason, right? That he was taking bath or entered the water at an inauspicious. So that's an external reason, right? That they should have not arrested on this technical ground. This rule, hey, the rule has been broken, right? But what was the main reason? Actually, the main reason is that Lord Varuna wanted, or Kṛṣṇa wanted to give personal audience to Varuna, right? We have seen this in multiple other pastimes also. Anyone recalls that Kṛṣṇa wants to give, or they want to see Kṛṣṇa and they try to do something, and then so Kṛṣṇa goes there to get, meet them, greet them, and also get the problem solved. Sandipani Muni's son pastime, right? You all recall that? So he was taken by his son was dead. Sorry?
Taken to the water, right? In the sea. Forgot though.
Yeah, the Prabhasa.
Oh.
And then finally, Kṛṣṇa, brought him back. He was taken. And then there are other stories also that Kṛṣṇa, Lord, even this Vishnu wanted to see Kṛṣṇa. So multiple times, multiple stories are there that the internal reason is that even these great personalities like Varuna, Indra, Brahma, right, the story, want to have association of the Lord. So this is just a external arrangement, right? Kṛṣṇa wants to give personal audience. So he gave personal audience to Indra just now, right? And this whole Govardhan Lila was orchestrated to facilitate that. Here, this episode is orchestrated like a transcendental drama, so Kṛṣṇa can give personal audience to Varuna. Any other thoughts, comments? What is didactic purpose? And simultaneously accomplish our other didactic purpose. What does that mean?
Didactic purpose, whatever I know, Prabhuji, that you do something at the same time you keep learning.
Very nice. It is clear that Lord Krishna wanted to give his personal audience to Varuna. And also, basically, as Prabhu said, there are a lot of meaningful lessons or teachings from this episode. Like Krishna wanted, the same can be said for the previous episode also. Krishna wanted to give personal audience to Indra. At the same time, accomplish other lot of meaningful lessons. How we should be very caring towards devotees, how we should approach Govardhan, how we should not be proud, how we should, the relationship with Vaishnavas, how pride is so dangerous, how Surabhi offered such nice Abhishek, etc. So many lessons from this Indra story, so many lessons from this Varuna story, like we discussed about the Niyamagraha, right? Rules are there. Yes, rules are there. But what is the purpose of all the rules? Always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. Smartavya satatam Vishnu vismartavya na jatuchit sarve vidhi nishedasyo etayo eva kinkara. Sab iske kinkar hai. Kiske kinkar? Kiske das? The kinkar means das, servant. Always remember Krishna. One. Never forget Krishna. These are the fundamental rule. The all other rules are subservient to this rule, right? So we should always, if we are confused, we should always do a litmus test. Is this rule helping me to remember Krishna more, or is this rule helping me to remember Krishna less? And sometimes we may think, oh, no, I think if we are in doubt, then we can always check with Guru Sadhu Shastra, right? Because the conditioned mind will say, no, I think I'll better remember Krishna if I maybe lie down and think of Krishna in my dreams, right? The conditioned mind may say that. So I should just lie down and sleep, right? Rather than reading Bhagavatam. So our conditioned mind, which is not properly trained, may say that. But we have to also follow. Sometimes the mind will not give us the right path, especially in untrained mind, right? Who's like our enemy. What's that beautiful verse in the Bhagavad Gita, right? That untrained mind is the enemy and trained mind is the friend. 6.6. 6.6 of Bhagavad Gita. Oh yes. Bandhuratmatmanavtasya yenatmevatmana jata anatmanastu shatrutve anatmanastu shatrutve. What's the last line? Vartet atmeva shatruvat. So that controlled mind is one's best friend, uncontrolled mind is the worst enemy. So all these pastimes have wonderful teachings also. What can we learn? What can we apply? Right? So scriptures teach us in multiple ways. There is the actual historical significance. There is the drama, the transcendental drama happening. There is the Lord's reciprocating with his devotee. There is factual, it's not mythology, these are the facts, right? There is analogical analogies, there are different analogies like Krishna picked like a mushroom, a lot of analogies are given. like how in Bhagavad, like a tortoise senses. At the same time, there is also metaphorical learning also, right? So scriptures teach us in different ways and simultaneously. So Prabhupada is sharing didactic purpose also. So Krishna Leela is, as Amarindra Prabhu says, this is because Amarindra Prabhu, it's educational, it's entertaining, and it's enriching also. 3 E's. It's educational, a lot of learning. It's entertaining, right? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, suddenly, like, just imagine, because a beautiful drama could be created. Like, it's dark night, Nanda Maharaj all ready and going into the water, take bath, and suddenly someone like pulls him in. Oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? And what's going to happen? Oh my, Nanda Maharaj is missing in action, right? It's a suspense, right? What's going to happen? Is he going to just drown in the water, or someone is going to rescue him? Right? So much suspense, so much flavor, joy, fun, and same time lessons also, right? Any thoughts, comments before we move? Okay, let's read one more verse and then we'll pause for today. Anyone?
Prabhuji, I'll try, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna. I'm not pronouncing what this. X3. Chakshur. Is that Chukrusustam apasyanta Krishna Rameti Gopakaha Bhagavam Sad Upashrutya Itaram Varuna Ratam Tad Antikam Tadantikam Gato Rajan Swanam Abhayadho Vibhu. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. O King, not seeing Nanda Maharaja, the coward men loudly cried out, O Krishna, O Rama. Lord Krishna heard their cries and understood that his father had been captured by Varuna. Therefore, the Almighty Lord, who makes his devotees fearless, went to the court of Varuna Deva. Purport: Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains that when Nanda Maharaj went to bath in the river, he was accompanied by several cowherd men. When Nanda did not come out of the water, they began to cry out, and Lord Krishna immediately came there. Understanding the situation, Sri Krishna entered the water and went to the court of the demigod Varuna. Varuna, determined to free his father and the other cowherd men from fear of a mere demigod. A mere demigod. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. As you said, it's really a suspense movie. I was talking to my Prabhu 6 months ago or so, when he was watching. It's all in the movie. Story is like a script, all written, right, Prabhuji? It's not. It's all written. They know what is written in the script. They know what it's actioning on and so forth. Real demons getting killed. This is all real. So we were just talking earlier. I was just sharing. Hare Krishna.
Very well. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. Chukrushtam apashyantaha. Pashya means to see. Apashya. He did not see. He or they did not see Tham. They did not see whom? Nanda. So they loudly called. Chukrushus means loudly calling. Hey Krishna, hey Rameti. Right? So when we are in desperate situation. Now imagine, like, their king is missing. And it's not that the king they wanted to get rid of, right? Like in today's world. It's their life and soul, right? Mm-hmm. It's their life and soul, right? More than their own life, they were, everyone loved Kṛṣṇa and his family. This is Vrindavan, right? This is like ideal king. Means ideal servant, right? And he did not want it to be, you know that. He never wanted to be the king. That's ideal king. But due to circumstance, someone has to take that role. So he's missing, and everyone is concerned. Because they all went together, many of them, and it looks like Kṛṣṇa and Rama, Balramji, they were little children, so maybe they were taking extra sleep, right? Which is okay. So, so they were taking rest because it was quite early, as we around 3:30, 4 a.m. maybe. So, but they came back, and looks like Nanda Maharaj is missing in action. Where did he go? Hey Kṛṣṇa, oh Rama. Chukrushrus, they're crying loudly, calling Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa, help. All the gopas, all the gopaka. They're calling out to Kṛṣṇa. Right? Because he's not just Kṛṣṇa. He's now Bhagavan also. Of course, they're not calling Bhagavan, they're calling their Kṛṣṇa. Right? Now, when Kṛṣṇa tat upashrutya, he hears. When we sincerely call, he will hear. He will certainly hear. That hearing, he immediately realized, oh, Pitram Varuna Hritam Aharitam. He's been taken by Varuna. Now, how can he know? Right? How can he know? So, the word used, Bhagavan. He is all knowledgeable. Right? Bhavishyani ta bhutani mam tu vedana kaśana. Right? We just read in the 7th chapter. He knows past, present, and future. He's the source of all knowledge. He knows everything. So he knows, oh, it's Indra, or it's Brahma, oh, it's Varuna here. They're doing this mischief, right? So Kṛṣṇa knows it's Varuna. Varuna Hritam. Hrita Harana. Right? I have to put the charger. Maya Hrita Jnana. Right? You remember this? This verse in the Bhagavad Gita. Maya Hrita Jnana. Which verse is that? Maya Aparhita. Apaharana. Right? Hrita. It's 7.19, which we also just read. Let me take all of us there. Oh no, it's not 19. Maybe it's 9. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa. Hmm. 15. Namam dushkrita prapadyante naradama maya aprihata jnana asurim bhavam ashritaha. जो माया के द्वारा अपहरण हो गया. So here also saying it's Varuna Ahrita. He has been taken away or been kidnapped. Like Ravana kidnapped Sita. Apaharana. So here Varuna basically, or the agents of Varuna, Kṛṣṇa immediately understood that Varuna has taken away Pitram, his father. Tat antikam gato rajan. So he went, oh Rajan. Rajan refers to here Parikshit Maharaj. Sri Badarayana is speaking to Parikshit. Why? Swanam abhaya. Shri Nanda Nandana abhaya charanara vindare. He's the one who gives abhaya. He's the one who gives fearlessness. Swanam. Swa. The ones who are is devotees. Swanam. That means those who have taken shelter of Kṛṣṇa, he gives them abhaya or fearlessness. Mare Kṛṣṇa rakhe ke rakhe Kṛṣṇa mare ke. If Kṛṣṇa wants to protect me, no one can kill me. If Kṛṣṇa wants to kill me, no one can protect me. This is the mood of a devotee. Of course, that doesn't mean that we go in the pit of snakes knowingly, oh, Kṛṣṇa will protect me. That's not the meaning. But the meaning is that, okay, I'll do my best, using my best intelligence given by Kṛṣṇa, and then rest, whatever is going to happen, that's fine. Vibhu. So he's the one who gives fearlessness to his devotees. So how can he not protect his father? Right? He's known. He's certainly going to protect his father. Right? And especially his other devotees, the cowherd men, are seriously calling out, Kṛṣṇa, Rama, help, help. So when we seriously call out, Kṛṣṇa is very alert, right? Right? Kṛṣṇa is very alert. And this also happened in the Brahma Muhurta. So in the Brahma Muhurta, when we are chanting, Kṛṣṇa is alert. He's hearing, he's very actively. Oh, my devotee is calling me. Oh, he's in distress. Oh, I'll help him out. Right? Swanam, abhaya, vidhu, vibhu. Swanam, abhaya, da vibhu. Da means gives. Dadati pratigrinati. Swanam, abhaya, da vibhu. The one who gives fearlessness to his devotees. So we can also remember this while chanting, because here the cowherd men are chanting loudly, Chukrushu, right? Chukrushu. That means they're calling loudly. Because if someone is in danger, well, we just call out, okay, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa, please come, help me. Like, they're really in danger, and we really mean it. We'll call out with a lot of real, like how Gajendra was calling, this is my life and death. If you don't come, this crocodile is going to take me away. I have lost all my strength. I thought I'll fight. How Mother Uttara was calling to protect Parikshit in the womb. How Draupadi was calling when her sari was being, was being pulled. She's not calling like, Kṛṣṇa, maybe if you are there, please help me out. Really, really meant it. I'm just repeating for myself. To really mean, is very important. Kṛṣṇa sees what we mean, or intent. Of course, easier said than done, but that's why we read Bhagavatam, so that we can learn the didactic lessons also. Any other comments before we stop for today? ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम पुराण की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.